is on call right now. Please try later.
Beauty brings joy. Joy we all deserve. Because beauty is about possibilities. Here, beauty is your playground, where you can find exactly what you need and discover something you never knew you needed. You can't wait to try, all at prices you'll love. Beauty is for all. The joy of all things beauty, all in one place.
What's up, brother? There you go. Let the kid. Now I understand your YouTube thumbnails now.
Through the back. Let's go. I'm resting Koundé and Maguire. Burnley to hand the title to Lampard here, says Gabriel Noel. Yeah, it might happen. Might happen. I always do get worried about this. Come on, put the pressure on them. Don't let them. Bruno, smack it. Oh, it's too hard. Is Kevin Friend the ref? No, Graham Scott. Be nice if you did attack a little bit. That's a goal. That's a goal. Why is Rashford not following the left back there? In a 4-4-2, we're 1-0 down already. Look at Rashford on the halfway line. Where's he going? 4-4-2 flat. Why are they not tracking the players? Flat, 4-4-2 Pratt. Bloody joke. It's always the same. Oh, here we go. It's all going wrong again. Pratt's in the team. They're all just standing about up front. Bloody hell. Sort yourselves out, lads. You're like a bottle of it's like you're scared of something. Same old story. Burnley turn up and they just... I'm pretty sure the game is coded this way. Norwich, they're not getting back. I don't like this system at all. Liverpool 2-0 up. There's no way Burnley can play like this. No. It's bloody Harry Potter character again, isn't it? What a joke. Screw this. This is a joke.
Welcome to Fearsome Top 5. You're about to witness 5 scary ghost videos that you definitely should not watch alone. Number 1. 7 years ago, Kathy from the Paranormal Nightmares YouTube channel moved into a new home with her husband and daughter. Almost immediately, they all noticed something was off. A heavy, unexplainable presence seemed to linger in the house. It wasn't long before the unease turned into undeniable activity. Determined to make sense of what was happening, Kathy installed cameras throughout her home, capturing moments that defied explanation. Over the years, the footage has revealed unsettling events that still leave her questioning who or what is lurking in her home. For a while, the strange activity seemed to stop entirely. But one night, after spending the day out with her husband, Kathy returned home to find objects in her bedroom moved without explanation. And when she checked her camera, what she discovered left her unnerved. Mysteriously began shaking as if something inside was trying to escape. This chilling movement went on for some time before the door slowly began to slide open. The door eerily moved to the right, revealing a closet that's full of clothes. Despite trying, Kathy wasn't able to find an explanation for this. And in the following days, one of her cameras would catch something that would chill her to her core. The camera in her basement caught a sudden impression appear on her couch. No one was around.
It's waiting where you left it, just north of the Alamo Sea. You're all flying in together, so you've all got to get over there. I want this operation over and forgotten about as quickly as possible, so the amount you are paid will depend on how fast it's done. I hope life's a good motivator for you.
But little did she know what this camera would catch next.
I'm gonna run you through your When we trigger the EMP, the lights go out, and you'll need to be able to see.
posted a video asking for people's thoughts. One night around 3 in the morning, the security camera in his backyard detected motion. And the next morning, when Mason got a chance to review the footage, John Cole's neck began to slow down.
I've got faith in you. As much as you can have faith in a ragtag bunch of reprobates, hastily assembled and motivated solely by their greed.
Strange figures were found standing on his back porch. This very silhouette darted forward, appearing to come directly into the house. The only problem was that the glass doors were closed and locked. Somehow the documents backed out that this very silhouette resembles a little girl in a fairy dress, stripping onto the door's edge as she swings herself inside. Mason is adamant that at no point did this back door open, so
The fantastic thing about Handstone is there's such a variety of massages to pick from.
Just for my safety, in case anything happened.
People around the world are trying to hurt I Show Speed, from getting the deadliest infection to literally being jumped by his own subscribers. These are all 10 times when Speed was almost killed. And first up, I Show Speed almost died because of his fans, and it changed his life once and forever. Speed was literally crying over this thing because he was scared to death. It happened when he was streaming in every single country in Europe, but his fans in Norway made Speed regret his entire career.
I don't try to ever come here again, bro. I'm not even sure.
First, this stream went really wrong when Speed actually broke his ankle after making Ronaldo moves with his fans on the window.
Chat, y'all ready for this? I think I just broke my ankle. Oh my God, I think I just broke my ankle. This is the worst fucking day ever, bro.
But things only got worse. Even though Speed could barely move with a broken bone, he had to leave the building to end the live stream. And this was the biggest mistake of his life. Since Speed couldn't move by himself, he had to be carried by a security guard. And what happened next, Speed is gonna see in his nightmares.
Choice of position. Side facing mini emplacements are in the rear. High caliber explosive rounds in co-pilot seat. Keep in mind there's a longer fire return interval on that one. Ground team, take the last two positions of the burn and get ready to jump.
Speed was screaming in pain because people were punching him, and one person even pulled out his hair. Speed said he's never gonna come to this country ever again, and admitted this was the scariest moment of his entire life. The guy who pulled out Speed's hair even sold it for $1,700, and many people were arrested after this day. But the next story is one of the wildest things Speed has ever experienced, because just a month after Speed met Ronaldo and was celebrating his graduation, one disease almost ended his life.
I don't know what I have right now. I'm about to go to surgery right now. Always be right there with me until I die.
It turned out to be a deadly sinus infection, and till this day, nobody knows how he got it. But the worst thing, it was causing the cluster headaches, which is the most painful type of headaches a human being can ever feel.
Love y'all. Just pray for me, please. I never experienced anything like this. Just please pray for me. I'm trying to keep good spirits, good all of this.
The most devastating part about it is that Speed actually got this infection while being in Japan. And just imagine what he had to go through while almost dying 10,000 miles away from his friends and family. But Speed even celebrated 19 million subscribers in this hospital, which deserves some crazy respect.
Big 19 million.
Speed was in this Japanese hospital for about a week, and after a couple surgeries, he got back to America. But one time, the person who almost killed Aishobi turned out to be Speed himself. In July 2022, Speed lost the bet and had to set the fireworks inside of his room. And this might be the most dangerous stream he's ever done.
Pikachu!
First off, Speed tried to prevent the explosion with a blanket, but immediately realized it was the bad idea. After this firework skyrocketed into the angle of his room, Speed knew it was over for his mother's house. But what nobody was expecting is that his mom was actually in the house during the live stream. And of course, she wasn't happy about her son destroying half of his room.
No, it's not. It's not. It's not. I didn't know. I thought
firefighters, and Speed had to end the live stream. This guy is just built different, because giving your mom a heart attack and almost burning his house down is not for everyone. But another stream turned out to be an absolute disaster for Speed. He was in Romania, and for whatever reason, he decided to go to the most dangerous hood in the world, called Ferentari. And what you shouldn't do in places like this is joking around with locals.
Ronaldo's my dad. Ronaldo's my dad.
Yes, I see this.
Yeah.
He's your dad?
Yes.
Don't you lie.
But then, Speed tried to go inside one of the hundreds destroyed buildings here, and the people here threatened him to get out of here the same second.
Don't go. Go down. Come on, y'all.
Here is the most dangerous place on earth.
Really? Where am I at right now? You understand? This is dangerous.
Speed's security later escorted him out of the place, and he even met some crazy people on the streets.
We turning up in Romania. We getting lit in Romania. What the
And if it seems like fun to you, Ferentari is the worst neighborhood in the entire country, with the most amount of thieves, drug dealers, and even murderers across Europe. So only God knows what could happen to a black guy with a camera if he continued streaming them. And doing everything for your content like Speed can actually hurt you, because when Speed reaches another 1 million subscribers, every single time he does more and more dangerous tricks. And it doesn't stop there, because these jumps are only getting crazier each time.
Goodbye, chat. Bye-bye.
Looks like some systems are running on an emergency generator. As long as the main switch is off, that won't cause us problems.
One celebration wasn't caused by Speed's subscribers. This time, he decided to destroy his spine because Ronaldo surpassed him on YouTube. I mean, what else can you do for your GOAT?
Here he goes! Ronaldo the GOAT! Oh my God! He just did it in one day! He passed me in one day! Oh my God! Oh.
We all know that Speed does it for entertainment, but needless to say, it can easily kill him. These jumps are only getting more and more dangerous, and breaking the skull and damaging your brain obviously aren't the only things that could happen. Speed even bled a couple times after jumping into his setup or smashing his computer, so he better stay safe next time. But sometimes Speed's haters are actually the ones who almost killed him 3 times in 1 year. This story is so tough, it even made Speed's cameraman have a mental breakdown.
People die from this. Someone died. Someone fucking died, okay?
It's all because I show Speed's house was swatted 3 times in less than 1 year. This is actually insane, and Speed was scared for his life every single time. First one happened when Speed got back from the World Cup, and he got swatted when he was just chilling at home.
Someone called the 911 center and said, with your name, that you wanted to hurt your family, hurt yourself, so we came.
And things were only getting started, because even Speed's mom pulled up to save her son.
Yes, they break our house all the time.
Well, let us figure it out. We were concerned.
Just like to stop. No, y'all taking my son. No, we're not taking him. Breaking my son. Y'all got him in handcuffs right now.
The worst part is that Speed actually was supposed to go to prison, and his friend Aiden Ross paid $20,000 as a loan to get Speed released from the jail. But just half a year later, when Speed moved to the new house, he got police called on him once again, and this time things were even worse.
Bro, just for my safety, just for my safety, just for my safety, just for my safety, in case anything happened. No.
Yeah, but I'm dead after this. Wait.
Bro, I just got swatted with y'all. Know whoever did that, bro, that's f***ed up, bro. Don't ever do that and doing your right, bro. I could have really died. I had guns to my face, and you really think it's cool, bro.
But what's crazy is that he got swatted literally the next day for the 3rd time. And this was the end point for Speed and his cameraman.
No, who do you think, bro? Who do you think is here? This has happened before. Don't allow it to happen. It still fucking happened 2 days ago. It happened. I was sitting in the back of the yard, and I got ARs pulled on me. He got ARs pulled on him. It's not fucking fun, bro. Nobody likes this. Nobody. People die from this. Someone died. Someone fucking died, okay?
Swatting is is one of the worst things that could happen to a streamer like Speed, and nobody on this planet deserves experiencing this. But one time, I Show Speed was almost killed in the gym he was going to. That I Show Speed has ever been through, and I'm not even joking, because there is a thing in the gym called bench press, and usually Speed was doing it with the spotter, who could save him in case anything goes wrong. This time, it wasn't exactly like that. Speed decided to go to the gym alone and perform the hardest weight in his life without having a guy who could save him. He also was in the home gym, and there was not a single soul behind Speed in the building, and in the next few seconds, his entire life flashed before his eyes.
Here we go. Big Speed. One. Eagles. There you go. Help! I can't breathe. Stop. I can't breathe.
It's time Wedges mix things up.
You can see the genuine fear in his eyes. He was clearly not playing the character this time, and there were thousands of times when people died from this in the gym, and that's why Speed was so genuinely scared. But on the next live stream, Speed's brother was the one who saved him from an early trip to heaven. Once again, Speed was risking his life for content, and this time it happened because of a vacuum challenge. The challenge includes putting a trash bag all over yourself and making the vacuum cleaner suck all the air from the inside. This puts you into the airless condition, and your body can't even move an inch. And this was the moment when I Show Speed started panicking.
Hey, Mom!
It wasn't enough for Speed, and he decided to do it again with even more vacuum power. This is dangerous because in this condition, your body will eventually go completely numb, which can come with some unreversible followings.
Jerome! Help me! Help! Help me! Help me!
The next thing happened only a month ago, and Speed was almost killed by his own Ronaldo car.
Congratulations with all of your hard work. This is you.
Oh my God!
Little did Speed know here that in just a few days, this Lamborghini will be the reason why he almost died. Just a week after buying this car, Speed tried to jump over this Lambo on stream, and he became the first ever streamer who's done it. This trick was so dangerous, it even got blocked on YouTube.
I'm getting nervous, but Chet, I said I would do it on stream, chat, for the people who didn't believe me, bro.
But this wasn't enough for a person like Speed. A lot of people were saying the cars were fake, so Speed decided to do this trick once again. This time, he made it 2 times more dangerous. He jumped over 2 Lambos in just 10 seconds, and his emotions were on another level. I can't even imagine his heartbeat at the time. This guy is built different, and jumping over a Lamborghini is beyond impressive. This guy could become a generational athlete, but decided being 1 inch away from death by doing some dangerous stunts online. But at number 1, I Show Speed wasn't the one who almost died. This time, he actually saved somebody's life, and I'm being completely serious. Speed literally saved one of his subscribers' life right on his live stream.
Oh, what's our deepest, darkest secret?
I tried to kill myself 19.
Hey!
You asked for it.
I know, but come on, chill out. You okay? Alright, you gonna be alright?
No, I lost my best friend. I can't be okay.
Damn, I'm sorry if I lost. Like, I'm serious. On some rest.
It's good.
Are you okay though?
No.
Can I make you feel better?
Can you bring my dad back to life?
Yo, okay.
That's who my best friend was. He died in the army.
Oh, I'm sorry.
This happened when Speed was FaceTiming with his fans and asking them their darkest secrets. And the story of this little girl shocked everybody who was watching this.
Right there. You need somebody to talk to about it. I'm right there. On some real. You feel me? I'm right there. Just text me, okay? You feel me? Because you can't be serious. I quietly understand that. How old are you?
I'm 16.
But just add me, alright?
Okay.
So the next time you see Speed doing some dangerous tricks or being toxic online, just know that he's a real human being behind his character. And when people need help, Speed will be the first person to do everything to save a human's life.
Why do so many people trust iHerb for their health and wellness products? Simple. We guarantee freshness. iHerb.
Motivation with Will Levis. Mayo team.
hate it. But with X Program, you can outsmart nicotine and increase your odds of quitting. Join X Program for free.
Are you looking at progresswars.com again?
I honestly don't know what you're talking about.
I was thinking of something else.
We can't pinpoint their location.
Fine. Keep the beard.
Cars.com. Where to next?
Chopper team, they're coming straight for you.
If Drew didn't film it, then it ain't filmed right.
Dude, I'm just so glad I'm not making any of those damn songs anymore. Shit got old really fast. Because I'm tired of being where I was writing those songs.
We don't get.
In Central Florida, two men tried their luck at catching a baby alligator from a pond when the nearby mother unfortunately decided otherwise. With the help of a net, one of the men approaches the water and manages to catch a baby alligator rather quickly. He attempts to seize control of it in order to show it to the camera when the unimaginable happened. attempts to comment on the situation, but the angry mother alligator is not done proving her point.
That says everything. Did you hear? Did you hear that little noise in the movie? Get the out of here. We gotta get out of here, man.
Now seriously fearing for their lives, both men decide to quickly grab their gear and completely leave the area before anything bad happens. In Australia, a group of unsuspecting tourists had an encounter with a hungry saltwater crocodile that didn't quite go as expected. Everyone excitedly pulls out their camera after spotting the predator swimming toward their boat. In hopes to put on a show, the tour guide hangs a tasty piece of meat over the predator and tries multiple times to get its attention. What happens next is not what he expected.
And then that sort of started working.
The tourists stopped recording and most likely went on with their day like normal. On a river in Florida, a man was out peacefully fishing on his paddleboard when a seemingly normal alligator encounter quickly turned for the worse. For the first half of the day, the man seems to be enjoying his time on the river and even manages to successfully catch a few fish. Unfortunately, things quickly take an unexpected turn when he spots an alligator swimming to his right.
Alligator, you scared the piss out of me. Get out of here. Oh.
With the predator now coming towards him, he has no other choice but to fight for his safety.
Hey. Beat it, son. Holy, you are ready to fight.
He attempts to paddle away, but the animal unfortunately refuses to back down so easily.
Bro, he is trying to square up. Hey. I swear to God, if you bite my paddleboard, I'll be pissed. Get out of here.
With the alligator now back underwater, the man grabs this opportunity and immediately paddles away while he still can. On a river in Texas, a man on a peaceful kayaking trip had absolutely no idea what he was getting himself into. At first, he appears to be calmly paddling down the river when the unthinkable happens. Although worrisome, he still decides to continue on his adventure, but very quickly regrets his decision. Unfortunately, the man stops recording and most likely paddled away from the area altogether. Danny and his buddies from the Swamp and Stomp YouTube channel are on an average duck hunting trip in Florida where they didn't really expect much to happen. After a few hours of successful hunting, they unfortunately spot a huge alligator eating one of the poor ducks that was shot down earlier. Since they were just about to leave anyway, the man filming tries to cross the swamp to get to his canoe on the other side. But the hungry predator refuses to let him go so easily. After his first warning shot, the man continues to walk back towards his canoe when he notices that the beast is unfortunately still following him. This is when he decides to shoot his second shot in order to really prevent the dangerous animal from coming any further. Thankfully, it gives up on its hopes for a nice meal and quits following him around. You can clearly see the impressive size of the alligator as he passes by it in his canoe. Let's just say that you wouldn't want a thing like that anywhere near you. A few men's peaceful canoeing expedition quickly turned into a nightmare when their seemingly average crocodile encounter became a life-threatening situation. While paddling on the narrow river, the man recording jumps in fear after spotting a huge crocodile head popping out of the water in the distance.
Big, huge.
He zooms in to capture the sheer size of the animal when it suddenly disappears back into the murky water.
It's coming around, it's coming around. It's coming this way.
The camera stops recording, and what happens next, sadly, remains a mystery. A group of tourists on a boat had their tour guide attempt to feed some hungry crocodiles when the unimaginable happened. After spotting the predators from the other side of the river, they decide to get a closer look and park the boat on the shore. Contrary to what most would do, the tour guide jumps in the water with a piece of chicken in his hands and tries to provoke the crocodiles to come closer.
Yeah, I got this.
He finally gets their attention and proceeds to bravely feed them from up close while the terrified tourists are forced to watch.
Wow, that's loud.
Now fearing for his safety, he jumps back on the boat, but still tries to continue the show. Unfortunately, the lady recording isn't at all ready for what's about to happen. Feeling like they've seen enough, the group decides to start up the boat again and leave the crocodiles alone before anyone gets hurt. While kayaking in the Ugandan White Nile River, these unlucky tourists had to fight for their lives against a ferocious crocodile. As the clip starts, we see the men viciously beating the water's surface with their rafting paddles in an attempt to scare off the nearby predator. Believing that the animal is gone, the group of tourists stops hitting the water for a moment, but quickly regret their decision. When the paddle gets lost in the struggle, another member of the group quickly hands him another one to continue the fight. Luckily for the tourists, the crocodile backs down and swims away, leaving them to celebrate their victory. Near a river in Brazil, a group of friends had a seemingly average crocodile encounter, unfortunately, take a very sharp turn. Initially, they try to maintain a rather safe distance from the predator as it begins crawling up from the water up ahead. Nothing seems out of the ordinary as they simply stand there looking at the animal when they suddenly look behind them. Fearing for their safety, they all quickly begin backing up as the hungry crocodile starts walking right in their direction. With the animal staring them down, the group of friends just stands there observing it and eventually stop recording altogether. While fishing for tarpon in a Florida Keys golf course, a man received the greatest heart attack of his life when he least expected it. In the beginning, all seems well, and the fisherman goes about his business seemingly undisturbed. The camera turns to the right, and things take an extremely sharp turn. Hidden in the grass, a few feet away from the man, is a huge alligator waiting to attack.
Have you ever had one of those days when it's just too cold to keep walking? Nah, neither have we. Harriet wore jackets and boots, built to weather whatever.
There's a party going on in one part of the city. There's a homicide on the other side.
Alright, well, that's a crocodile over there. So, I'm gonna get out of here.
After spotting the predator, the frightened fisherman immediately takes off running, but eventually comes back to show off the predator to his viewers from a distance.
Here's the crocodile. It's lying on the ground like a crocodile would. Not sure he probably sees us.
Having seen enough, he thankfully leaves the area completely to continue fishing somewhere else. An Australian man was out with some friends near a remote river in hopes to have some fun. Having tied a rope to a tree branch, he gets ready to swing himself into the seemingly safe waters. What happens next might shock you. Crocodile thankfully missed its bites. Now under shock, the man immediately swims back to shore and gets out of the water as fast as he can. I have no doubt that this day scarred him for life. While biking down a trail in Florida, a man came across a huge alligator that unfortunately didn't seem too happy about having a visitor. After spotting the predator from a distance, a man begins to sneak up on it from behind in hopes to get some interesting footage.
He's not afraid of me. I'm so bad. I can't even guess him.
Now, just a few feet away from the enormous animal, he attempts to scare it off the trail.
Move. Move. I don't know if gators are known for their hearing ability.
With the alligator still completely unfazed by his presence, the frustrated man becomes a little more aggressive with his tonality.
I know these things can turn around like really fast. Now it's hissing at me. It's pissed. Come on.
Now, desperate for a solution, he decides to try something different.
I gotta touch him. It's preordained I've gotta touch a massive alligator.
Get it. Not trying to risk his safety any further, he decides to walk back to his bike and proceeds to carefully ride past the predator. Near Grand Harbor, Texas, YouTuber Jordan Armacost decided to bring his dog Arya on an exciting kayaking trip. Little did he know, those waters were unfortunately infested with hungry alligators. While calmly paddling around the lake, the man immediately pulls his dog away from the ledge as he spots the head of an alligator poking out of the water, probably waiting for its chance to snatch poor Arya away.
Arya, come here. Arya, come here. Come here.
gator right there.
He attempts to leave the area, but is once again forced to pull his dog back after seeing another gator ahead.
You better stay on me, bro. Sit down. Sit down. Oh, stay. Stay.
Bird brain!
Now seriously fearing for his and Arya's lives, he turns the kayak around and paddles as fast as he can away from those dangerous predators. I hope he doesn't go back there with his dog anytime soon. YouTuber Carson Rhodes and his friends were on an average walk in nature when they spotted a large alligator that ended up being a little too curious. Not expecting much, they calmly walk around the park for a few minutes when they eventually come across a murky river. Rather quickly, one of the boys spots an alligator to the right and bravely crouches near the edge of the river in hopes of getting its attention.
Vibration. Back up.
Dude, you better back up.
Now just inches away from the alligator, the man for some reason thankfully decide to walk away completely and go back to their car. A wildlife facility, an unsuspecting man realized he was being stalked after spotting a sneaky Nile crocodile staring at him in the water. In hopes to get a reaction, he decides to provoke it by throwing a stick in the water.
Crouching down is very stupid near the water's edge. Thankfully, it decides to spare him and simply walks back into the murky river. Australian YouTuber Last Cast Louie and his friends were out fishing some barramundi when they caught something that absolutely no one expected. After finally finding the right spot to fish, one of the guys almost immediately catches something that seems unusually heavy.
Not even for the Union Depository.
What do you got? Bro, that's big. What just happened? What just happened? It just kicked and then just stopped.
They eventually begin seeing bubbles floating to the top, which leads them to unfortunately suspect the worst.
Look at the bubbles.
Oh, that's a cross. Oh, look at the bubbles, man. Bro, no, don't pull it up. Don't pull it up. Holy shit. Look at that. Oh, bro.
Having likely ate the fish that was originally caught, the crocodile now has the fishing lure completely stuck in its mouth. Refusing to risk hurting the animal, the boys decide that they will attempt to cut the fishing line as close to the mouth as possible. Understandably proud of themselves, they simply move on with their day like nothing happened. This intense clip starts out with this man recording his surroundings before rope swinging into the water below with his camera in hand. For a few seconds, all seems well, and the swimmer continues to record the clear water. Immediately, the frightened man quickly swims to shore and is luckily able to escape just in time.
Gotta drop the heat before you meet Paige.
YouTuber John Messman and his son Cameron were at their local market trying to have a fun fishing session, hoping that everything would go as planned. As Cameron catches his first fish of the day and tries to proudly show it off to the camera, You can already begin to see the ripples in the distance from the approaching hungry alligator.
It was on its upper. It was slipping out of my hands, and so it's heavy.
Thankfully, the kid turns around at the last second and notices the incoming danger. I think they both know what would have happened if they hadn't spotted the predator in time. On the Adelaide River of Australia, an expedition took a sharp turn when a courageous tour guide tried feeding one of the largest crocodiles in the country from up close. The tourists turn on their cameras as the man can be seen splashing his tasty piece of meat attached to a long pole in the water to attract the crocodile's attention.
You can hear me now, can't you, you fucking jackasses?
The hungry predator takes the bait and slowly swims towards the river's edge, where the guide continues to put on a show by teasing the animal with his pole. Now dangerously close to the boat, the guide carries on with his display by baiting the crocodile with more meat when things start getting a little unsafe. The video unfortunately ends there, and the tourists, most likely, just went on with their expedition. In Oak Island, North Carolina, a group of wildlife and police officers got locked in a face-off with a 10-foot-long alligator and tried to capture it. Watch how things play out. When the camera starts rolling, we see the animal on a very long leash being pulled out of a residential area by 3 officers.
I mean, what the heck? Did they just come out? I guess. And the gators in their yard?
While the animal does its best to escape, the men continue to pull it, and when they have it where they want it, they head over to their car to retrieve a huge metal container.
Looks like he's got something in his mouth.
Yeah, right? That's what I was thinking, too. I don't know.
After retrieving the container, the brave cops are once again forced to battle it out with the predator that refuses to go down without a fight. A cameraman paid a little too close to an impatient crocodile. This nerve-wracking clip starts out with a tourist behind the camera spotting a crocodile resting on the shore and taking an interest in it. In hopes of getting a closer look, the person behind the camera takes a few steps closer, thereby startling the predator and leading to a horrifying event. Costa Rica, a group of tourists witnessed something jaw-dropping when their courageous tour guide tried feeding a hungry crocodile with his own hands. Before anything, the tour guide taps the record button and then casually walks up to the riverbank in hopes of attracting the crocodile's attention. Everybody then sees the head of a crocodile poking out of the water as the courageous man starts feeding it some pieces of meat. With the huge predator right in front of him, the tour guide, for some reason, stays just inches away from its mouth as it keeps staring him down.
New Aveeno Daily Moisturizing Cream is clinically proven to moisturize for 48 hours.
Gee, really tasty stuff out there. The crunch, the satisfaction. And now you're being named MV Cheese. What are you going to do next?
I'm going where cheese dreams come true. I'm going to Cheese Club, baby. Cheez It, official sponsor of the college football playoff.
For automatic delivery. For 5%. Marketing and creative teams have a lot of ideas. Manage them all with Smartsheet.
No matter where you are, you gotta put the work in. To achieve the vision, you have to build a roadmap.
Everyone on board spends the next few moments observing the crocodile, but the guide eventually starts walking to the boat and stops recording. Australian YouTuber Last Cast Louie and his friend decide After multiple attempts, they finally manage to catch a fish, but unfortunately struggle to get it out of the water safely.
Leon's hooked up to a barra. Decent size. Don't snap that, don't snap that. Drag it along. Walk it. We've got to be so careful of crocs right now. If we're not careful, there's going to be a croc that's going to come and grab us soon.
As Louie approaches the water to grab the fish with a stick, you can clearly see the head of a terrifying crocodile poking out and staring them down. Still, thankfully unharmed by any of the predators, they put the fish back into the water and try to catch a few more. A few minutes go by when Louie spots the bubbles of a crocodile swimming in their direction, most likely waiting for its chance to attack.
Just
explain how lucky those two got. While boating around somewhere in Indonesia, two locals came across a huge crocodile that unfortunately didn't seem to be in a very welcoming mood. Initially, the video starts off after one of the men spots and decides to approach a huge crocodile up ahead, lying harmlessly in its nest. Many minutes go by without anything crazy happening as the locals remain in their boat right next to the predator, all while casually having a conversation.
Masih dirayu Rizkanya.
Eventually, though, things suddenly take a dangerous turn when this happens. Luckily for them, the crocodile seems uninterested in the men and swims away in the murky river. A YouTuber, Blue Gabe, was out setting crawfish traps with his kids when he got a little too close to a seemingly safe. Bad to happen, they go about their day like normal and manage to successfully place some traps in nearby ponds, all the while avoiding any trouble. At some point, they come across a little swamp and decide it might be a good spot to place a trap as well.
So I think I'm going to come over here and put this trap right here, which is a little shallow, but I want to just put it right there. Oh my God! You think I'm joking? My drone's right there watching me. We never knew she was there.
They manages to retrieve his trap safely and proceeds to move around the puddle in hopes to locate the alligator with his stick.
I just rubbed the stick the whole length.
She must be tucked up in that back corner.
Now, fearing for his kids' safety, he decides that it'd be better for everyone if they went on with their day somewhere else before anyone gets hurt. While canoeing down a river, a girl is stunned by a rather bizarre interaction between her brave ferryman and an enormous crocodile. At the start, the journey is pretty uneventful, but as soon as the pair spot a humongous crocodile approaching at an alarming speed, things take a more interesting turn.
Lagi banget. Kenapa kan? Diteruskan ya, habis berjemur.
Upon reaching the canoe, the predator turns around and appears to start swimming away, but unfortunately comes back a few seconds later to grab a snack. The brave man continues to feed the huge animal with his bare hands for a little while when things take a chilling turn.
Masih makan?
After exhausting his basket of meat, the ferryman bids his newly found friend goodbye and continues his journey. In Silver Springs, Florida, two men on a calming kayaking adventure regretted paddling so close to a huge alligator. At first, they spot what seems to be a younger alligator minding its own business to the right of the boat. They simply pass by it like normal and proceed to look to their left. For some reason, the man decides to lower his camera into the water right next to the predator. He thankfully manages to pull his hands out safely and proceeds to film the enormous beast as it unfortunately begins approaching their boat. And simply let the alligator swim ahead on its own. On a river in Florida, two siblings rented a kayak in hopes of having a relaxing day when the unimaginable happened. At first, everything seemed to be going perfectly as they both appear to be enjoying their time paddling around the water. Unfortunately, things take a rather sharp turn when the man recording spots something lurking in the water near them.
Oh, I'm touching him.
Luckily for them, the alligator didn't seem to want any trouble, but they still decide to paddle away, just in case. At Buffalo Bayou in Texas, YouTuber The Fish Whisperer expected. Initially, everything seems to be going according to plan as they manage to catch a fairly proudly show it off to the camera. Eventually, they move to a completely different spot of the river and go on with their business when the man recording suddenly catches something that seems unusually heavy.
Oh, that's a big cat. Giant catfish. Oh my god. Freaking gator. Oh my gosh. That's like a, it's like a 7-footer.
Confused about what to do next, he pulls the gator towards him and attempts to film it from closer to capture some interesting footage.
God, that's crazy. Pull it back up one more time. Ooh. There's our dinosaur for the weekend.
While discussing their potential options, something unexpected suddenly happens to the fishing line.
Got a little Well, he broke me off. Look, he bit through that. That's crazy.
They thankfully managed to escape that situation unharmed and simply move on with their day like normal. The group of friends ended up being the unfortunate target of a rather large and aggressive alligator. Initially, they begin recording after spotting the predator poking its head out of the water right next to their boat motor. Trying to avoid any confrontation, they attempt to drive away from the alligator when it, unfortunately, decides that it won't let them go so easily. Still shocked by what's happening, the men continue to drive around for a little bit when the animal once again decides to come back for more. Finally, the alligator decides to leave the men alone, and they simply drive away completely.
14 new queens are making a splash on MTV. This season, weather is better in
Badonkadonk. What is a badonkadonk?
RuPaul's Drag Race is back. All new tomorrow at 8. Watch on MTV.
I can't believe this is Ashley. Talk about a glow up. They have all the trending styles.
This one is so cute.
Say that working on a farm is easy, since all you have to do is deal with domesticated animals. But what happens when these so-called domesticated animals become vicious and aggressive creatures? From brutal bull attacks to disturbing ram charges, here are 60 times farm animals go on a rampage, caught on camera. The beginning of the video shows a caretaker on a farm trying to calm a large cow down while being recorded by his friend. First, nothing notable happens, but as the video continues, something extremely horrifying happens. Video discretion is advised. Unfortunately, what happens next remains unknown as the clip cuts abruptly. In this next encounter, we see a shearer struggle with a wild cow in this extremely terrifying and dangerous encounter.
You got any friends who totally overreact when you say something? Well, my friend Avi is kind of like that. A few years ago, I told him there was a warrant out on him, and he
Can spit, kick, or charge if they feel threatened, potentially causing major injuries.
Okay, slight change of plans. So, it would appear that some of Avi's paranoia might have been somewhat justified. Our call got picked up. They came after him and he ran. Now he's holed up in a hut on some small island off the coast, surrounded by about 20 government agents.
Excited about a new
Much as
cow
I'd love
that
to
just
hang
gave
him out
birth.
to dry,
He
he's our
immediately
only
approaches
shot
the
at
calf
this.
and tries tagging.
There's 24 hours. Most likely, you're not going to get another chance. Unfortunately, this is also when Mama is most protective. Did I know the danger pulling out here?
An experienced rancher, she remains calm and unworried, thinking the mother cow wouldn't do anything. Oh, how wrong she was.
Here? Of course I did. But you still have to do it.
Female rancher luckily didn't suffer any injuries from the vicious attack. A large group of cows can be seen being herded inside a large sorting room to separate the females and males. First, everything goes well and the cows remain obedient. Unfortunately, this wouldn't last long as a bull enters, doing this.
Morse Mutual. I think we can handle that.
But we named that one Blazer. She was a cow.
You got the sea sharks? Fix the island. It's only a matter of time before he doesn't push Cassidy to the nut job.
Suddenly, one of the cows starts walking towards them and does this. Is trying to feed an aggressive ostrich inside this pen. Right from the get-go, we can see the animal turn anxious, until finally it does this.
Frederick! Fred! No! I said no! Go on! Get!
The woman tries to keep the dangerous ostrich away from her. Sadly, the animal keeps on being aggressive.
Get your ass out of here!
Llamas are generally calm, but can become dangerous if threatened or stressed. To defend themselves, they may kick with powerful legs, bite, or spit. Aggressive behavior is rare, but possible, especially if they're mishandled or feel cornered.
Is this just a friendly reminder not to bottle feed your... A friendly reminder not to bottle feed your...
Who knew that these animals could be so fierce? In this next encounter, you can see a rancher trying to keep himself safe while sorting aggressive and angry calves.
Cool.
Look out!
Some people may underestimate calves because of their small size, but after seeing this next scene, you'll see how dangerous they are.
If I can get...
Look out!
Thankfully, he was able to dodge the attack, or things could have ended differently. The clip shows two ranchers trying to secure a harness on a llama trying to relocate. Sadly, it isn't keen on cooperating.
Right in the face!
Aggressive does this.
Hey, man. Hey, dude. Hey. Oh, no.
We can see the men laughing at the animal initially, but after realizing that the ram is serious, they start worrying.
Help. Gaines.
Now they know that these animals.
He's been down this road.
Bison are extremely dangerous due to their size, speed, and unpredictability. They can charge when threatened, causing serious injuries and even fatalities.
I need a hand.
They manage to complete their tasks without anyone getting hurt. These ranchers are struggling to corner an aggressive ram they want to put in their truck to sell.
Just jump on him, and don't be scared.
After hours of struggling and trying, they finally manage to do so, only to find themselves in danger after this happens. Thankfully, they manage to secure the ram, preventing it from harming them. A man approaches his ostrich in an attempt to relocate it elsewhere on his ranch. Unfortunately, the animal decides to protest.
Too bad. Too bad. That's bad. Hey.
dangers, the man successfully manages to pin the animal down. But even after doing this, it remains dangerous.
Guys, this is bad. This is super bad. Forget it.
The rancher only suffers minor injuries from the attack. The clip starts with a man explaining his trick for stopping a ram attack. Moments later, he decides to
See, he's not.
Impressively, he seems correct, as he successfully stops the ram from charging by only using a stick.
Run into a stick or a staff or anything like that. He's not going to do it. You see? Watch. He's trying to hit a good.
Well, at least we know what. A farmer can be. For him, someone is a little bit too overprotective.
Oh! You son of a gun! Quit!
Despite trying his best to keep the animal calm, the chicken remains persistent in being territorial, attacking the man.
Stop! You better stop now. You better quit.
The farmer decides to enlist the help of these veterinarians to aid his injured bull. The clip shows the group struggling to keep it at bay. After finally managing to calm it down, they decided it was time to release the animal. Unfortunately, what happened next proved them wrong. This is why it's important always to practice caution despite any safety measures. Tagging calves can be dangerous due to their mother's protective instincts, which may cause them to charge or attack to defend themselves. Handling calves also risks injury from kicking or sudden movements, requiring caution and proper restraint techniques.
Alright, she might frighten me a little bit.
Cows may be cute, but they are animals that you want to ensure you get everything right. Llamas spit to establish dominance, express irritation, or defend themselves. Their spit contains partially digested food and saliva, which can irritate skin or eyes, but is not harmful. It's more unpleasant than dangerous, signaling discomfort or stress.
He's wild.
Regardless, getting spit by a llama.
Boo.
Frightening free radicals are everywhere. Luckily, Palm Wonderful's antioxidants help defend against them. Real life is scary. Protect yourself from free radicals with Palm.
Iris, wake up.
If you wait until your headlights burn out, you can lose up to 50 feet of visibility. Switch to Sylvania today. See better tonight.